Hello, hello, everybody. Hi, hi. Katrina, Mackenzie, Stephanie, and Heidi's here joining us. Welcome, Heidi. Oh, Steph, you're like all bundled up. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. We are going to be doing some belly dancing and moving through some of the dancer training and stuff. So I'm so excited. So if you did not remember that, here's your reminder. And I'm in this, like, it was funny because so my son got home from his mission last week, which is amazing, and we've like rearranged rooms and stuff, and now my office is now a bedroom for one of the boys. I'm not my office, but my studio space is supposed to be like, this is my space, and now it's my bed, it's a bedroom for one of the boys. So I'm like, all right, well, we're just gonna go with this today, and we'll figure out a better spot and like actually start doing some recordings here down the road of these trainings and stuff. But wanted to, if you remember last time we talked about how rather than just having you guys go and do these danza modules and incorporating all that on your own, we're going to start doing it for at least one of our monthly classes. So we're going to start doing that today. So I'm so excited. So we're going to have to, oh, let's see. I'm trying to figure out why that's not showing up on my computer. Weird. So Heidi, I saw you had your cute little grandbabies with you. Do you have a second to introduce yourself? Or is now not a good time?
I can.
Yay,
We're just
perfect.
sitting here getting ready for. Can you say hello?
Hi.
Hi.
What a doll. Oh my goodness. Hi, Rachel. Hi, Tanya. We have Heidi that's joining us new just as of this last week. So we're so excited. So she's gonna introduce
Hi.
herself real quick.
Well, I am Heidi Dunfield. I just, like Denisha said, started, and I'm doing the. Oh, my brain is just because I've been listening to so many classes and things. My brain is
Hmm.
just going. I'm doing the real estate stuff.
Yep.
I also am the owner of HD Aesthetics. I'm a master medical esthetician,
An
and
award-winning, like top
yes,
15 in the state,
state of
award-winning
Utah.
master
Yep,
esthetician.
yep,
So very exciting.
and specialize in corrective treatments and anti-aging stuff, and love what I do, love helping people feel their best and look on the outside as they feel on the inside. So, and I'm excited to be here. And
I
sometimes I'll
know.
have a little one with me because I'm
Totally
most
great.
importantly a grandma, and that's my favorite thing to do.
I love it. Everyone with little kids is like, yay for grandmas.
Yeah,
Anyone with any kids, right? So
yeah,
grateful for grandparents in our lives and for that family structure. So, so blessed.
yeah.
Okay. Well, let us jump in. Where I'm gonna start here. I'm gonna start the music and share. This is gonna be a little bit of a kind of a trial run to see how this is gonna work, doing it live. I'm gonna share. Okay, it's going through my headphones, so you're not gonna be able to hear it, I don't think. So I'm gonna share my screen and share sound. Can you hear that music? Not at all.
It's
How
not
about this
very loud, but yes, we can hear it.
a little bit? How about this one a little bit louder?
Yeah.
Okay. Trina, can you hear that? Very quietly. Okay, I'm curious. Let's try one other thing. I'm curious if I have it play. So I'm gonna try this, and thank you for your patience. I wasn't thinking about this side of it, of like having it go live, and I'm gonna have it connect to the speaker here in the room. Speaker, yes. And see if that's a better. Probably gonna need to still do this.
Denisha, just go play it on the drums.
I know, right? Like, hey, guess what? We got some drums. The problem is I want to be moving and shaking my booty,
True.
which is why I have it recorded. But that is me. All these tracks that I use for this, that is me, like on the drums, on the cymbals,
Oh, wow, I'm impressed.
on the vocals. It's all specifically written and created for this. So it's very, very intentional. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna stop share. How about that? Are you hearing any of that?
We're all like, can't hear anything.
Okay. I know there is a, oh, there it is. That's what it is. Hold on.
Yeah, now we can.
Now can you hear it? Just make you want like boom, 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 boom. Okay, all right, here we go then. Now we're in business. Okay, so we're actually gonna start with this one first. So we're gonna be setting our intentions. So I invite everyone to take a deep breath. In through your nose and out through your mouth. Can you hear the sound, like my voice and the music in the background? This one is soft. It's just meant to be just really nice and soft. And take a nice deep breath, opening your body up. And exhaling it all in. Planting your feet firmly in the ground, rolling your shoulders back, and doing a gentle knee bend, just slightly, bringing arms up, stretching high above your head, and one arm to the next, rolling forward, almost as if you're climbing a ladder, but in the most delicate, aligned, beautiful feminine way, opening up and just listening to your body and feeling, where do you feel tight? Give it some love. Where does it feel like? I love how everybody's turning their cameras off. Come on, girls, we got this. It's just me. It's just us girls. And just listening to your body. And while you are stretching and just listening to this beautiful music and listen to my voice, Steph, work it. I like it. I love it. And our intention for today that I'm setting for the group is that we will each have a beautiful journey of going deep into whatever area of our life is keeping us from truly being aligned, authentic, whatever is keeping us from receiving more fully, and being willing to go deep into that and let the light shine in those deep places, those dark places that maybe feel hard or scary or that you want to keep hidden. We are in the beautiful season where there is light shining on all of those deep places. And if we will allow the light from the sun, God's light, the universe to shine and to open and align, there is such a beautiful opportunity for healing, for growth, for expansion. And I set the intention that we all have the capacity to do that and have the right experience for each one of us in whatever way that looks like, at whatever level we are open to and ready for. And that will be the best, most aligned opportunity for every single one of us. Whatever you are ready to release and be ready to receive. Setting that beautiful intention to be filled with love and light, and that everything that happens always happens for our good. Put your hand on your heart, and if you are ready for that, say yes. Yes. Oh, I love seeing your smile, Tanya. I love Tanya in the back of her van. Ow! If they only knew what was happening in the back of that van. I love it. Here we go. Okay, this is root now. So we're opening up wide. Expanding out. Your feet are nice and wide. I have leggings on because I'm freezing in here. Open and wide and sinking down. However low feels comfortable for you. And we're just sidestepping side to side. As you are warming up those muscles, you're literally warming up the body and drawing awareness to everything from the hips on down. So we're warming up the glutes, the hips, the thighs, the hamstrings, the knees, the calves, the ankles, the feet, side to side. And now keep your feet planted and just bounce ever so gently. Feeling that beautiful music. Feeling the drum. This is very tribal. This is very earthy, very organic. And I invite you to imagine if you have planted your feet, that you're sending roots down into the center of the earth. Sending those roots, tendrils down, low, 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 down to the center of the earth, wrapping around all the resources that are there from the earth, the diamonds, the gold, the silver, the jewels, the earth, this never-ending capacity to grow, to expand, to love, to create, to be. This feeling of trust, of allowing, of trusting the process and trusting the seasons. Connecting to that and then feeling it, those roots extend out 100 miles, 1,000 miles, 1,000,000 miles in all directions. And then that energy rises up, rises into your feet, into your legs, up through your hips, up through your shoulders, expanding your capacity, opening your chest, and then allowing it to rise and connect up to heaven. And you are connected from the farthest point of the universe down to the center of the earth. And it all connects and resides and flows within you. You are the magic. You are the miracle. You are the conduit. You are the magnet for everything to come to you and through you. It is all about you. You are the hero. You are the heroine. You are the queen. It is you. Rolling your shoulders back. Bringing in feelings of love, of trust, of safety. Increasing your capacity. Owning your magic. And breathing. 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 Beautiful. Now taking all that energy and now focusing right around our hips and lower belly. This is the sacral. This is where we literally hold that magic. This is our capacity to create. So we're going to do gentle side to side, just swinging your hips from side to side. Let your feet be planted. And as they stay planted, you're just kind of almost rocking, extending one knee while bending the other, and then flowing to the other side, extending the left leg out, bending the right. Using that to help you move your hips. Your upper body stays straight, aligned, and all the movement comes from your hips. Moving a little bit faster if you feel like you can. Good, side to side. And then even a little bit faster. When you're ready, 1, 2, 3, 4. Awakening all that energy in your hips. Side, 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 and then circle. Circle. For the circle, we're just extending out one hip to the side, rolling back, so you're kind of sticking your butt out, rolling to the other side, and then bringing your hips forward. So nice and slow, a big circle. It can be as big or as little. If you've had some practice already, you can go faster. Bring this in. If you need to go slow, remember there's no right or wrong. You can't get it wrong and you can't mess it up. In the movement and in life, release the need to have it look a certain way and open up to what feels more joyful, what feels most freeing, what feels so fun. The most important thing is for you to be in joy, for you to be in peace, for you to be in delight. So how can you have more fun? What does that look like for you? When you're ready, try and go a little bit faster. Side, side, side. And then here in a second, we're going to match the beat. We're going to go side, 2, 3, 4, shimmy. Side, 2, 3, 4, shimmy. And the shimmy, all we're doing is just making our knees go back and forth really fast. And then just letting all of our fat, all of our buns, all of our thighs, all of our belly just wiggle and jiggle and shake, shimmy. Side, 2, 3, 4, shimmy. And now just moving however it feels good and bringing in that authenticity, that love, that belonging, that playfulness, that delight, that sensuality and sexuality. Opening up, receiving, place your hands on your belly. Let them move around and caress your hips, caress your glutes, caress your belly. Feel the flesh, feel the love, feel the capacity to create there. Here we go, just a few more seconds, almost done here. Get ready for a big shimmy here at the end. And shimmy! Oh my gosh, I love it. I hope that above anything else that this is feeling fun for you, that it's opening and enlightening and feeling so, so good. Okay, moving on up the body into our sacral chakra. This is the area all the way around our belly, between about our belly button and up to our rib cage and all the way around. This is our personal power, our self-esteem, our willpower.
You mean solar plexus, right?
Yes, what did I say?
Sacral.
Oh yeah, solar plexus, thank you. So I want you to just, we're gonna contract and expand. We're gonna contract and expand. Contract and expand. This can go as slow as you want it to, and I invite you to go nice and slowly while we're getting started here. Awakening up those muscles. And then if you feel ready to join with me, moving it a little bit faster, again, awakening those muscles. This is what we might call a problem area for a lot of women, our belly, our middle section there, and it is because we are lacking the confidence. You are lacking the personal power, the willpower, the strength, the I am, that belief in yourself. So we're awakening and connecting those muscles. Bringing that in, the whole torso, beautiful, just a couple more. Awakening and allowing anything that's coming up for you in this process, if you want to make a note of it, to address at the end, when we can kind of do a question and answer session there at the end. Whatever's coming up for you around all of this, make sure that you're noting noting it and just letting it, just looking at it with curiosity. No big deal, huh? Interesting that thought came up. Huh, that's interesting. I wonder what's there. Cool, keeping going. Good, let's do some big circles now. So similar to what we were doing in the sacral, but now the attention is more focused on that belly area. Expanding, opening. So you're stretching out the front muscles while contracting the back muscles, bringing it around, contracting the front while expanding the back. It's this play of the contraction and expansion, continual contraction and expansion, and being a part, being willing to be a part of it all. When you're ready, moving it faster, adding in some sensuality, creating that movement all the way up the body. And now, we're gonna go in the opposite direction. So this is gonna feel a little bit awkward, a little bit like, I don't know. I mean, it may, it doesn't have to, but it may feel like, I don't know if my body can go in that direction. This feels different. And I do this intentionally because I want you to open up to the idea of things looking different. Life looking different, thinking differently, acting differently, in a more aligned, authentic, expanded way. Good, when you're ready, go a little bit faster. Invite you to caress your body, bringing love through your hands, through your fingers, your palms, loving on your body, every single part of it. Good. Now, just a little bit smaller, expansion and contraction, a little bit of twerking. Awakening those muscles. I love me. I simply am.
I love me.
Power,
Yeah.
strength, knowledge,
Knowledge.
certainty, personal power, self-esteem, willpower, that sense of just being, not having to do anything or be anything other than simply who you are. In my morning practice, often in the mornings, I do a forgiveness exercise, and one of the things I always ask forgiveness and forgive myself for is thinking that I should be anyone or anything other than what I am. Just accepting and loving me. Amazing. Oh, do you feel that? Do you feel all that energy? Do you feel that pulsing from your feet all the way up through your torso? Feel how alive you are and how good that feels? Ugh. Now allow the energy. We're kind of shifting and changing what that feels like now. Now we just have this gentle drum beat that you might not even hear if you're not listening carefully. And make sure we're up to full volume here. And now we're moving up into our heart chakra. This is quiet and gentle. Because when you really know, you don't have to shout. You just know. And it's just there. I invite you to roll your shoulders back. Opening your heart up to the sky. Expanding, stretching out those intercostals and that rib cage. Expanding, letting your arms reach out to the sides and open. Surrender. Vulnerable, open. Nice deep breath in through your nose. Let it expand from your belly up into your chest. And as you exhale, contracting down with the body and just resting, releasing all the muscles and bringing in a slight contraction through the chest and the shoulders. Now opening up through your upper back, across your shoulders, if it feels good, to crisscross, can't see my big wings, to crisscross your arms and stretch through your upper back. Stretching one side and then the other, opening up space. And as you're opening up space, breathing deeply, Breathing energy, breathing light, breathing inspiration. To inspire, to inhale is to be inspired. The more we will breathe, the more we will be inspired, the more we will have. Expanding, opening those shoulders, those arms. And now I invite you to spread your legs wide. Plant your feet nice and wide and open, much wider than hip width. And you're going to gently lean one side and then the other. Extending your arms out to the side that you're leaning, and then a gentle sneak arm. Creating this beautiful wave, this undulating wave through your body. Notice how at the center of each movement, of each thought, of each experience in this process, at the center of it is you. You are the magic. You are the heroine. You are the missing piece to your story. You have all the answers. The magic is there within you. Extending, flowing, and gently now bringing your arms in, folding them, letting your hands rest on your chest. Bringing in and breathing in peace, gently rolling your shoulders back, caressing your chest, your breasts, your neck, your shoulders, letting your hands move across your back, your shoulders, gently caressing, petting, softly running your fingernails and that beautiful tickly sensation. Letting that love extend to you and through you. How willing are you to being loved? How much are you willing to let yourself be loved? How much more? 10% more love? 30% more love? 100 million trillion% more love? How amazing, how beautiful are you willing to let your life get? It is all directly correlated to how much you are willing to love yourself and how much you are willing to let yourself be loved and release what you think that should look like. Just for today, and maybe tomorrow, and maybe the next day and the day after that, I am willing to let myself be loved more fully, more beautifully than I ever have before. Deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. One more time, in through your nose and out through your mouth. And now, moving up into the throat, we're going to take all this energy and put it out into the world with our breath, with our words. Ready? We're going to start a breath pattern. It's going to go in, out, in, out, in through the nose, in nose, nose, out through the mouth. And as you do this, I want you to feel like your body is a wave. In, out, in, out. And if you're ready to and willing to, my favorite place to do this is on the floor. In, out. You're going to get on all fours And your body is going to become like the cat cow. So becoming the cat, stretching your back up, and the cow, stretching out through the back. So in, out. In, out. Setting the intention to inhale. Inhale peace. Inhale love. Inhale light. Inhale joy. And as you expand that through your body, setting the intention that as you exhale, it's both dispelling anything that is not in alignment with those vibrations, as well as settling it into your body. In, out. And if you feel ready, you can expand that wave, that cat and cow, to even more movement. Again, letting your body become the wave. And meeting your body where you are. If this feels challenging, if you're noticing like, wow, my lower back is not very flexible, or wow, my shoulders are really tight, or whatever it is, that's such a beautiful awareness. And maybe this could become a part of a regular practice for you, because the more flexible your body, the more flexible your mind. As within, so without. As above, so below. Couple more breaths. In, out. In. And now as we do this, I want you to choose just one of many. Not a big deal. We're setting the intention to receive everything that is highest. But I want you to choose just one emotion, one vibration that you want to receive more of. And I want you to think love, 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 love. Or maybe it's peace, 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 peace. Joy, 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 and trust, 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 trust. Beautiful. And now last one's breath, nice and slow. In, and then the big exhale. So yummy. So yummy. I love it. So good. Okay, now we're going to move into our meditation side of things as we move up into the third eye. So get comfortable. This is the part where you may want a blanket, perhaps, or a sweater. After all this movement now, as your body temperature drops, you might get a little bit chilly. So if you have something, feel free to grab something. This is our third eye trust song. So you can continue kind of moving and rolling like me. If your body feels like it needs just a little bit more, you can sit, you can lay. I want you to sing.
We can't hear anything anymore, Denisha. You put yourself on mute.
Sorry. Hold on then, because I want to sing. So I'm like, let's do this other one that doesn't have the vocals so that I can sing along. Oh, it looks like I don't have it on here. Blast. That's so rude. All right, we'll keep going with that. Apologies. What if you did? What if you did trust yourself? What if you do? What if you do trust yourself? What if this life, your life right here, right now, is what trusting yourself looks like? What if you let go of anything and everything that is wrong with your life and let it be right? Let it be the perfect life, the most beautiful life, the most amazing, magical life, exactly as it is. Imperfections, messes, challenges, relationships, the lack thereof, finances, any situation that you are in, any circumstance that you find yourself in. What if it was simply okay? What if there was nothing wrong with it? What if in fact it was the perfect situation, the perfect circumstances for you, for everybody involved? What if it was the perfect situation, the perfect circumstance for your story? What if you trusted that everything you want is here, is coming in the most beautiful, magical of ways? I trust my intuition and I follow where it leads. I do. I clearly see the path to follow and my next steps upon it. I am a goddess and I am guided by my inner wisdom. Always. I am discerning and I trust where I am being led today. I trust myself today. Creative, innovative, yes, that is who I am. Into I trust where I am being led today. I trust myself today. Because I do, because I am, because I have, because I know, because everything God has, He has promised to me. They have promised everything they have and more. And if I did trust myself, maybe even just a little bit more than I already do, what would that look like? How would I wake up? How would I interact with my husband, my children? How would I think? How would I look at life? And how would I love? Beautiful. Now, I invite you to get just a little bit more comfortable than you already are. To be able to really allow yourself to go deep into a beautiful meditative state. We've already connected you down to the earth. Remember those roots, see those roots sending you down, connected down to the earth, down to the core. All the power and strength, the safety, the security, the grounding that is there for you. And then see again in your mind's eye the tendrils of light, the column of light as it moves through the earth, up through you and up through your feet, relaxing your feet. And as the light hits each part of the body as we go through, imagine it relaxing, opening, healing, being flooded with light. Your feet, your ankles, your shins, your calves, your knees, up into your hamstrings and your quads, your hip flexors, your glutes, your pelvis, all your internal organs, your reproductive system, up into your belly, your lower back, your upper belly and your mid-back, your rib cage, your breasts, your chest, your heart, your upper back, your shoulder blades, the tops of your shoulders. Up now into your neck and expanding from your neck and your shoulders down into your arms, your armpit, bicep, tricep, elbow, forearms, wrist, palms, fingers. It's beautiful, tingly light, feeling this gold white light. And it stays down in your legs, and it stays in your hips, and it stays in your shoulders, and it stays in your hands and your arms. And it continues to flood up through your neck, your jaw, your cheekbones, your ears, the back of your head, your eye sockets, your eyeballs, your eyebrows, your forehead, the top of your head, And it continues to flow off the top of your head, out past the ceiling, past the roof, past the birds and the trees, past the clouds and out of the atmosphere and out into space. And you see the darkness of space, and you see the sun and the moon and the planets and the stars, and still you extend past them all out into this farthest point of the universe. And ever so gently, you land. And what is this place that you have landed? What does it look like? Is it clouds? Are you walking on clouds in beautiful light? Is it a beautiful mountain scene? With rivers and lakes and waterfalls and mountains and peaks and green rolling grass and meadows and flowers? Is it an ocean? Are you standing on the beach, looking out into the ocean? Doesn't matter. Wherever you are, wherever it takes you, wherever you have landed, notice the beauty. Notice the joy. Notice the peace and the love. And off in the distance, you notice a small child. She has her back to you, and you walk closer, and as you walk closer, you notice that there's another person walking towards her as well. And you glance over at each other, this other person that's walking from a different direction over to the side, and you smile as if you recognize her, but you're not quite sure. And she gives a big knowing smile. And you continue to walk closer together, and you meet at the same time to this child. And as she turns, notices your presence, she turns, and as she sees you, and she sees this other personage, her eyes lit up, and her smile breaks upon her face, and she lets out a squeal and a gasp of excitement, and she jumps up and she says, "Here you are! Finally, we're all together!" And as you look at her, this child, you realize that she is you. You are her. She is this beautiful child that is you. And she jumps into your arms, and you hold her tight and you swing her around, laughing, smiling, squealing. You can't believe it. And you lose your balance, and you fall to the ground, and you lay there in each other's arms, you and the child version of you, laughing, smiling, hugging tightly. You break apart and you look at each other, and then you clasp into each other's arms again. She has been missing you. She's been waiting for you. And then, with a gasp of recognition and remembering, she says, "Oh, I almost forgot." And she scrambles to her feet, and you sit up and you look over at the other woman that's there. And the little girl version of you runs and now jumps into her arms, and as you watch them, she catches your eye, this other woman. And all of a sudden, it dawns on you, she is also you. She is the queen version of you. the all-knowing. This version of you that is never worried or scared, that knows how this ends, that trusts the process, that sees and understands everything, that loves with abandon. And you slowly, almost hesitantly, rise to your feet. And you stand before her. And she puts the little girl down. And she turns to face you more fully. And she is so bright. And so beautiful. And you see her, and you know her, and you realize that just as this little girl is you, this beautiful queen is also you. The three of you are one and the same, united in this beautiful experience of knowing, of love, of pre-existence, of this life, and of eternity. One eternal round, one circle, all in the same, here and now, in every moment. You have access to every part of you. What message does she have for you? I'm going to take a moment and let her and you and little her communicate together. And as you finish up your conversation, knowing that there is no beginning and no end, this conversation is ongoing whenever you want more. She pulls you into her arms, this queen, hugs you tightly, and whispers, "I am always here." And she pulls back and your eyes meet, and she winks knowingly at you and whispers, "You're gonna love this. You're going to love what's coming. And you squat down and you give little you a big hug. And she whispers, "Don't forget me. Don't forget about me." And you whisper, "Never, never." And you stand up. And suddenly, you notice yourself floating down that same column of light, back across space, the stars, the planets, the sun, the moon, back through the atmosphere, back through the clouds, past the trees and the birds, through the roof and the ceiling. And the column of light doesn't go away. It's still there. But your energy now comes and resides in your body, and you realize you are connected from heaven to earth, and you are the link. It is all there, and you are the portal that unlocks it all. And go ahead and take a nice deep breath. And start to wiggle your toes. And start to wiggle your nose. Blink your eyes open little by little. And as you blink your eyes open, take in your surroundings. And let what you have just experienced connect with where you are here and now. Let your brain make the connection. Let it see and know that what you just experienced, spiritually, emotionally, is no different than where you are now physically. They are one and the same. Whole and complete, one eternal round, multiple universes, spaces, experiences happening at the same time. Deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. Notice the ground you are sitting on. Place your hands on the ground or on the couch. Your feet on the floor, connecting with your surroundings, grounding yourself in this reality. Thank you, ladies, for joining me on this journey and this process. It is 12 o'clock, so anybody that needs to go, thank you for being here, and we honor your time. For those that have time to stay, and if anybody would like to share, or if anybody has any questions, I'm happy to stay on and address anything that is there. Feel free to unmute. I'm gonna grab this little blanket. Wrap myself. Wish I had Steph's robe right about now. Who'd like to start us off? Any shares, anything you experienced or noticed, anything you have questions about or want help with? Amy, hi.
Hi. I'll quickly go before my husband comes home. He was supposed to come home like 45 minutes ago, but he's like, there was issues on the floor. I'm like, oh, good, then I get to stay. Everything always works out for your highest
Always,
good.
always, always, always. Love it.
And so I was driving home, and so I was like dancing in my car. And so
You
even if
you
you
and
couldn't,
Tanya, I don't know if you saw Tanya for a bit, was I'm sure she couldn't do it for the whole hour, but she was in the back of her UPS van. I loved it.
so it was just nice and grounding. I'm definitely going to come back to this one again and do it again. It is very calming and assuring. So thank you.
So you're welcome. And FYI, you have 10 of these in your portal. This is essentially what we do in the Danza modules that you all have in yours on the school site.
Yes, I know. And I'm getting to all of them.
I know. I love it. So yes, this
So
one, feel free to come back to this one for variations. They all bring in a different point. We have on each of them, there's a different intention and a different area that we are bringing in and calling in and expanding into. And so beautiful, beautiful. But yes, come back to this. And thank you for
yep.
being here, Amy. We love you. Okay, who's next? Hello, baby Juicy.
This is really good.
Hi,
Okay.
baby.
I'll go next.
Okay, hi, Rach.
Hey. So I feel like it kind of gave me more levels of awareness or energetic awakening based off of Mackenzie and I had a call Saturday and just how I'm more awakening to it doesn't matter what situation I'm in, the care and love for me, my mental state of being, it's whether I'm with like dating someone or ever get to a more serious relationship, it's just gonna carry over. And so I with that last meditation that you did with the younger me, the current me, and the queen me, I'm like, oh, I've touched on this before. It's just a good awakening, but like I really don't want to lose either of them.
You can't. It's impossible.
Yeah,
You
well,
are all of them.
forget them, I guess, maybe, like
Yes.
I want to hold on to that and so strongly that if I find someone else, they know that they're getting all those versions, like
You know that there are three of us.
you're right. You better love all of us.
And even within that, like there's like those are our main ones, but there's a million different archetypes, right? Like there's doubting Deborah, and there's frantic Franny, and there's silly Sue. Like there's a million different versions and levels of us, and it's learning to be like, oh, there's frantic Franny. Hi, Fran. How's it going? Right? Or like one of big mine is doubting Deborah. That's like, well, that'll never happen. I'm like, all right, thanks, Deb. Love you. Right?
Yeah, yeah,
It's owning all of it.
yeah. And then if I think about it, like I hid that so much in my marriage, or you put it out there and you hope that that companion holds space for that, and whether they did or they didn't, or it's a ebb and flow game, I guess. But
And whether they do or don't, or can or can't, has nothing to do with
yes,
you and everything to do with them and where they're at.
yeah, yeah. We're all human. Gotta remember that. It's I don't know, it's just interesting going into trying this different mindset, better, healthier, happier, lighter, and just yeah, I don't know.
Love that, Rachel. And can I add one more thing?
Yeah.
As you are, so the biggest thing, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm like doing, like, this is how my son has his like coat rack or like room, like hanger thing. Like,
I'm in my son's room.
this is not my space anymore. For the next 2 months, I need to find a new space. Um, anyway, um, what was I? Now I lost my brain, my track. No, what was it? Oh, one thing I would, because the whole point is to bring the subconscious conscious, right? Is to become aware of who's running the show. So there's different ways to look at that. There's like the people on the bus. One of the analogies I've heard is like you have this bus and there are, that bus is full of people and all those people are you. So who's driving the bus at any given moment? Is it anxious Annie? Is it frantic Fran? Is it, doubting Deborah? Who's driving the bus? And being aware and then having a conversation and showing love and compassion. So if you notice like, okay, it's my anxious Annie that is driving the bus now. Okay, hi Annie. And these are just made up names, right? It can be whoever you want. And I invite you to like actually create like avatars and like names and stuff for all these different versions of you, but being like, oh, hey Anne, like, what's up? What's going on? And she's like, don't you realize that we're going to have this bill come soon and we don't have the money for it? And you could be like, oh, instead of just be like, it's okay. Like, we don't need to worry about it. Everything's going to be fine. If you will acknowledge her and see her concerns and listen and be like, oh, I know, like, I can see how that could be feeling really scary for you. I can see how you might be having a lot of anxiety about this situation. And just nothing but love. Just be like, I love you and I'm here for you. And I don't know how it's going to work out, but it's going to work out. And then same thing as we did in the meditation, like imagine like opening up your arms and folding her into you and just hugging her and just loving on her. What do you need, Anne? What do you need to feel better? What do you need to be at peace around this? Sometimes it might just be that attention, that love, and that trust. Other times she might be like, we just need a nap, right? Or I just want to watch a movie and not have to worry about anything for a little bit. Okay, like let's figure out a time like when we can do that.
So I have kind of a question, but maybe the answer is still me working on me doing the modules, reading some books. Like I'm still reading Captivating because I wonder how, and maybe it will just flow. Maybe I'm just too much in my head about it. But as I pursue dating and just, I feel like I'm in a hedging up season. The way is being hedged up and I'm not meeting anybody, but I feel like it's timing and alignment, the right person, right place. And I guess I'm finding, I don't even know what the question is. Maybe I just need to talk it out. But so I'm learning, like you're saying, the acknowledging all those parts of you. And then you're merging with another human. And it seems foreign and new. I'm just hoping I'm aligning with someone that's good or, on the same trajectory.
So that's the whole, like, the beauty of all this is that because that's who you are and that is what you're doing and that's what you're focused on, that's what you are now attracting, is someone who is also becoming more whole, more complete, someone who also has this desire to love and accept and expand and be. Additionally, you're kind of like, you're focusing on problems that aren't here yet.
Yeah. It's true.
You're worried about, well, what's going to happen with this? But you're not dating anyone right now. So is that even a problem right now or even something to worry about? No, it's not. So all you need to do is just focus on you. Just focus on you.
And if I might add, you said something about it, and you may have, you may have just said this and not really meant much by it, but you said like you're aligning with someone else, and what you're actually just aligning with yourself and with God. And like Denisha said, that's what's going to bring in the right person for you, is that alignment. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything but align with yourself and with God. And literally everything else will fall into place.
Did you guys have the same experience? So along that line, Mackenzie, thank you. I don't know if this was just, I don't think so, but this was my experience in college when I was in the dating world and stuff. Anytime that I was like, oh, I just really want a boyfriend, I really want to get married, I want to meet someone, No one, zilch, nada, right? As soon as I was like, I could care less. I'm just having so much fun. I'm just loving my life so much. Boom. It was like dates and boyfriends, like all this stuff. And I was like, like, I wasn't even wanting this. And here it all is. Well, surprise. I didn't realize it then, but that's how this works, right? Did anyone else have that same experience? Or a similar experience, maybe just not just in dating, but it just kind of in general, as whenever you stop, it's this weird thing of what you focus on, you get more of. But if you're focused on it with so much attachment and with worry and with concern and like this, oh no, what if it doesn't happen way of looking at it, then you're actually pushing it away. And so it's this beautiful law of attraction and law of detachment working together of yes, like I'm setting my intention. And Rachel, remind me, were you specific or non-specific in your focus? What did we find last time?
What do you mean focus last time?
Remember on our last call, or maybe it was a couple weeks
Your
ago, we talked about,
manifestation style.
are you meant to be specific in like your goals and desires, or are you meant to be non-specific, a little bit more general?
I think the latter, but
The non-specific, more general?
yeah.
We talked about that. So non-specific? Oh, you were nodding your head. I thought maybe you were.
I'm
Oh,
pulling
as
it
in,
up.
I'm recalling the conversation, not the specification.
She is specific.
You
She's
are
specific.
specific. Okay, so write that down, make a note of that. So you are specific, which means that yes, you actually do. So non-specific, I'm non-specific. I meant to just focus on a feeling, like kind of a general, like this is what I want. You're
Okay.
actually better when you are a little bit more specific. And so like if you do want to meet someone, you're like, I feel like I'm ready for like this next stage. I'm ready for a relationship. Like I would make a list, and this is just like there's a million different ways to do it, but I would make a list of like what would that look like? What would like your ideal partner look like? Maybe you have specifics on what they actually look like, but maybe it's more of like, I want them to be open to personal development, to learning, expanding. I want them to have a strong testimony of Jesus Christ. I want them to, all these different things.
Mhm.
And then let it go. Set your intentions, set your desires, and then let it go and trust that the universe is bringing it to you and that it comes as you align and focus on you and on your healing and your alignment.
Okay. I think that's the key for me is like I could get specific in this list, and then I'm like, then I switch to force energy. Gotta do it, gotta find it. And that okay, no.
You are setting the intention, you are telling the universe what you want, and it's like you've placed, like you're at a restaurant and you've placed an order,
Mm.
right? And it's like you could be, every time you see the waiter passing by, you could be like, did you get my order? Like, yeah, we got your order. Did you get my, it's still not here. You're like, yeah, it takes 5 to 10 minutes to cook your steak. Like it'll be out. And the more you bug the waiter, the more he's like, oh my gosh, lady, like I'm going to throw you out of the restaurant, right?
Yeah.
But do we do that? No, we place the order and then we trust the process, right? We know that that food is coming. We know it's depending on where we're at. It's going to take anywhere from, 5 to 15, 20 minutes. Maybe we're going to order an appetizer. What's your appetizer, Rachel, in this process? Ooh, I love an appetizer. Right? So you're placing your order. That's what you're doing by getting your specific. And then you are trusting that God, not that God is a waiter, but
Right.
God is the chef back in the kitchen. He's like, I'm cooking up the most delicious, the most delicious meal for you. I've got this most amazing man coming your way. And everybody listening, this is the same for anything and everything that you are doing in your life, whether it's a relationship, a circumstance, an opportunity, a job, whatever it is.
I was thinking this also correlates to business, to the things that we're doing.
Yes.
And then the next piece, like if we were to continue this, I feel like is important to share is like the law of gestation, which is like different dreams, different things that you're wanting, different orders that you're like, it's a way different gestation period to get a burger at McDonald's versus a steak at Ruth's Chris, right? Like it's gonna like that. It takes an elephant 24 months to create a baby. It takes a human 9 months, like depending on
Takes
what
the mouse like 9 days or something
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
It's crazy.
And so like we like Denisha says, what do you always say? Take time to create something
That's
stable.
the time that it takes to build something solid.
Yes. So
Respect
depending
the time
on
that
what
it
your
takes.
dream is, it's gonna have there's gonna be a different gestation period. And so you don't when a baby comes early, it can cause complications and it's a lot rockier and it's harder for it for things to work out. And so you actually want it to take as long as it needs to, because then it's just going to fall into your lap and it's just going to be beautiful and magical and wonderful.
Preach.
Great.
Does that help?
Yes, definitely
So-
get out of my worrisome head about that. Like, oh,
So worried Wanda be like, oh, hello, Wanda. I love you. I remember, like, I know that we are very, very good friends and we spend a lot of time together. I'm actually just want to let you know that I'm going to start hanging out with trusting Tammy a little bit more often now. So just wanted to let you know, like, I'm still here when you need me, but it's kind of time for our relationship to evolve. So
Mm.
just letting you know I'm kind of breaking up with you, you know, DTR, like it's not me, it's you, or it's not you, it's me.
yeah.
Like literally, like I know it sounds crazy and silly, but like I literally have these conversations with all these different versions of me.
Well, and I have them with my girls.
Ah, well, there you
So I'm
go.
like, wait a second.
Yep.
I did reapply, look in the mirror and reapply or something.
Yep, 100%. 100%. Such good stories, Rachel. This is gonna be such a fun story for you to tell down the road.
Right?
You're gonna be able to help so many people too, because you'll have this experience and you'll be on the other side of it.
Mm. Yeah.
Amazing, 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 amazing. Thank you. Does that feel complete for now?
Yeah, sure is. Thanks. Till next time.
Always. Okay, anybody else would like to share what you felt, what you saw, ask any questions?
I have to go, but Tanya, are you listening? Are you like actively listening? Or I was gonna pass on your text to Denisha, so maybe she could give you some insight before I head out.
Yes, I'm
Okay.
here. Just
So, or did you have something else that you wanted to say?
no.
Okay, so I checked in with Tanya today and
Oh.
she said I need to get out. She said, I'm doing good. I just need to get out there and do what I'm supposed to be doing. And I said, well, maybe you are doing what you're supposed to be doing? That was the first question I asked. Are you doing what you're actually supposed to be doing? Because maybe you are. And then I said, if not, what's stopping you from doing those things? And she said, I feel like I should be in the middle of a flip. Because she had asked how I was doing, and I told her that I think that's probably why you said that. But
Yeah.
and then she said, I need to get out and do whatever I need to do to get one done, or to get one. So yeah, I gotta head out, but I think Denisha would have some great.
Ooh, Tanya.
Actually, I might stay on and just put my headphones on so that I can listen to the
Kenzie's like, I'm gonna tattle on you, Tanya.
I know.
I'm gonna tell mom what you said.
Yeah, I know. That's
Tell her,
hilarious.
tell her.
I love it.
I love it too. Tanya, okay, I love that we're having this conversation, because this is actually something that's been very heavily on my mind now. I keep telling people, and I'm actually going to create a new program called Become the Magnet, because I feel like I have literally become the magnet that is attracting everything to us. And then now and for a while there, I was feeling overwhelmed because there was so much. And all of a sudden it was like, wait a second, I don't have to say yes just because it comes. I don't have to say yes to everything. Like I get to pick and choose. Like I'm the magnet. I get to choose what, like you get a stick, you don't get a stick. So Tanya, what I would love to invite you into is what for you, how can you make life, let me find the right words. What would you need to release from your life? And what would you need to start doing in your life in order for you to become so, like, just absolutely in love with your life, and to feel so magical, and to feel so filled up, so beautiful and aligned and in love with your life, that literally you just feel like you're this magic piece, and become that magnet. that attracts? As I share that, what are like the first things that you're like, I gotta stop this, I gotta get rid of this?
Honestly, I think it all comes back to just trusting myself. Like, because it all feels good. And then I go to, then I'm like, okay, I'm into this and this. And then all of a sudden it just, I don't know, like I just freeze up. I'm like, oh, that's scary. I don't want to do that. Like, what do I do? And then I just talk myself into doing something. And then, so I think it's just, I think there's a lot of trust in myself.
And that's a huge, I love that you have that awareness, because that's a huge piece. Is if we're constantly doubting that what we're doing is the right thing, or if it's working, or if it's coming, if we're constantly doubting, it's kind of, we were just talking about with Rachel, right? We're constantly checking in with the waiter. Did you get my order? Are you sure? But what about this? And the waiter's like, dude, stop. I'm gonna throw you out, right?
Yeah.
If that's what we're constantly doing, and it's like, I get it. Like, I still am there in so many ways where it's like, oh, but what about this thing? I thought it would be here by now. I thought this would happening already. Like, what? Right? But the more that we can trust that we've placed our order, that it is coming, that we have the most amazing chef ever in the kitchen that is putting all his time and love and attention, or all her time and love and attention, on creating this beautiful entree for you. If we really could live in that trust, then all of a sudden everything that we do becomes enjoyable and magical. And it's just a matter of like, well, it doesn't really matter what I do, because this result is coming. So if it feel, and it kind of goes back to what you've heard me say before, that quote from Abraham Hicks: work as long as it feels fun, think as long as it makes you happy, and otherwise go take a nap. Because it does you more good to take a nap, watch a movie, take a break, go out with your friends, like whatever it is, right, for you, whatever it is that will get you out of this this worry, this fear, this not knowing, this doubt, lack, scarcity, right? Whatever you can do to get you out of that, so that you can be back in that place of trust. So if it feels fun and exciting to watch classes and to get on and analyze deals and to door knock or to lead trade, if that feels fun and you're like, I am so excited to do this, because what if today is a day that I'm going to find a deal? Like, that feels super exciting. Then do that. But if you're in the place where you're like, ugh, why? Like, this is so dumb. This is never going to work. This is not going to happen. Guess what? It's never going to work. It's not going to happen. Go out to eat. Go play in your garden. Go sit in your hot tub. Go,
Yeah.
watch a movie.
I am glad I don't ever get to this is dumb, it's never gonna work. It's just my thoughts are just keep moving forward, Tanya. You got this. So it's all felt really good. It's still just doing the process. I just gotta do it, because sometimes I get nervous and I don't ever think it's not gonna work. I just am like, I gotta do it to work. So
But what if you don't? What if whatever it is that you got to do, what if you don't? All of my deals, they've come to me. I haven't. I have done some lead tracing and door knocking and all that type of stuff, but I haven't gotten any deals from them. All of my deals have come from to me.
right. And
So,
that's how I feel like is gonna be the best for me.
hey,
Is so I still have to put things out there for
Yeah.
them to come to me.
so what
that's
feels fun? What feels fun to put things out there? That is where you get to be. That's where you get to be like, okay, this again, like we were talking about with Rachel, right? This is what
Yeah.
I want. This is the end result that I want, is financial freedom. What is like, okay, like I live in a physical world that requires physical effort. What is the fun physical effort that was required? Is it inviting some friends together and going out to eat and like telling them about what you're doing? And maybe one of them has someone like, oh my gosh, that totally reminds me of so and so, blah, 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 right? Or
Yeah.
it's like you're gonna go for a walk and you're gonna meet someone that's out there. Maybe it is feeling inspired to get on and look up some properties and do some lead tracing or go knock some doors. Like, it's being open to and taking those inspired actions, but letting go of what those actions directly specifically are.
Right. And that's what feels good to me. And that's what I really have been working on it. I mean, it
I
was
know.
amazing. Kelsey's been wanting to buy a car, and it was crazy how we just went yesterday, and a lot of people are like, don't get that one. You never know. And finally I just sat there and said, Heavenly Father, if I'm not supposed to do this, slap me in the face. You know what I mean? Not necessarily like that, but otherwise, this feels right. It feels okay for this girl to do this. And Mark was with us, and he just looked back and grabbed Kelty's leg and said, "Kelty, do you want this?" And she's like, "Yes, I do." And he goes, "We've been doing research for 3 months. Let's go buy it." And so we
Let's
did,
do
and
it.
it felt wonderful. Instead of normally would just be, I still would be worried about it, and now I don't. I'm just like, no, we did it, and we're gonna be good with it.
Yep. I love
So
it.
I am doing
Yes,
very.
Are.
I am very well. I am progressing.
You are. You're amazing.
So anyway, but I really do.
Which is why I said maybe you are doing what you're supposed to be doing.
When you said that,
You're
I was
awesome.
like, you did. When you said that, I was like, you know what? Maybe this is exactly how it's going down. So
100%. 100%.
and I love it. Like I love my life. So that's why I'm
Yeah.
like, it is. This is the way it is.
The way it is, and it's magical, and it's like, I love this. I love, I love people I work with. I love being able to listen to stuff all day long. I love being able to get some
Yes.
exercise. I love being out in the fresh air. I love my hot tub. I love my garden.
So I'm saying.
I have this annoying kid that's always at my house, this extra kid that's annoying always at my house all the time, but
Heck
other than that,
I love that too. It's funny because with the dating thing, some of the men are like, "Oh, this guy, you always have kids in your house," and I'm like, you know what? If you don't like that, because this is my most favorite. Like, I love that all the kids want to come to my house. So
they do. My son Cash, my fourth, practically lives at Tanya's house with her son. So that's why I'm like, there's a kid that seems to live at my house all the time, but
and they're such good kids. So
they are. So Tanya, it's the same advice then with Rachel, right? That's kind of our little theme today. Is okay,
it is.
when that it's not enough, I'm not doing enough, it's not working, like, you sweet, like, who would that be? Like, maybe that's doubting Deborah, or maybe that's, worried Wilma, or whoever it is. Be like,
Yes.
oh, I see, like, I get it. I used to feel that way. So, and like, literally, like, it's like this friend that you're talking to that you're like, I used to feel that way sometimes too. But now, do you know what? Now I just really focus on trusting and just kind of talking her through it. And just most of the time, it's just giving her a big hug.
Yes. And I loved that when you told Rachel, I'm like, I need to make those names for me, because as soon as that happens, I need to say, just like you said, give her a hug and be like, it's okay.
It's okay. It's okay. And we're not going to let you drive the bus anymore. Hey, we're calling up Queen Tanya. You're up. You're up. Time to come drive the bus.
Thanks for sharing. But now it's somebody else's turn to drive.
Exactly. We're so grateful. So I used to have a list on my wall in my bedroom that I just made a list of like all the like the funny, like, doubting Deborah, and I can't remember who I had on there. It was funny. So you can make a list on your wall. You could like make a list on your phone, because it kind of makes it funny and silly too. You know what I mean? It's like, oh yes, there's Deb. Hi Deb.
And it's so true. Like that's what's comical about it. It's honestly true. Like that there are those that pop up and you know them, that you're just like, okay, let's talk to them and then let them do their thing. Go to the next bus now.
And then you see it in other people. Like you'll be able to tell Moxon and say, not what's Kelsey, and like everybody, you'll be like, oh, you have a doubting Deborah too. And they're like, what?
Yeah.
So good stuff. I love it, Tanya. Thank you.
I love this process.
I'm glad to be saddled on you.
Yes, and I love this process because I am working for my kid, like helping my kids not doubt themselves. Like it's continued to my kids. That's what even makes it.
I know. Isn't it magical? When you reflected back in your kids, you're like,
yes. Because I honestly didn't know how to do that before this. And I feel like I'm being able to help them so that they don't do that.
100%.
So thank you. Thank you.
Welcome. You're welcome. Steph, did you have something you'd like to share? You and your cozy bathrobe. Love it.
Yeah, we've been just finishing up my period, and we're all sick, and so it's like we're taking it easy.
Love it.
Yeah, something that came up for me during the practice was letting go of what people think of me and uh, putting other people's feelings on me. I just started play practice and I noticed I was doing that a lot.
Yeah, tell them your news, Steph. Tell the other ladies your news.
Yeah, so I tried out for Annie here in the small theater here. And I gonna be Miss Hannigan.
That's so good.
Oh, yeah, I'm excited.
Rock that.
It's gonna be
Get
fun.
tickets. All of us that are here local, we should get tickets and go see each other. Wouldn't that be
Yeah.
so fun?
If you do it soon because they're actually selling out. Quick,
Okay,
so-
good to know. Thank you.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah, so that was coming up because I noticed myself, being like, oh, what if people don't think I'm funny enough or sing good enough or oh shoot, I made this one comment. Like there's a line in one of my songs that was talking about Annie and how we're eating peanuts and she's getting fat because she's with the millionaire, and I accidentally gestured to somebody when I said it. And she was a little overweight, and it just got in my head. So I'm finally like during the practice, it was like that was all coming up, and I was like, okay, I trust myself. I can let that go. I don't even know what they're thinking. Like that's not my business, all that let them stuff. And yeah, so that was what was coming up, and I think I was able to let some of that go, which was really nice. Yeah, and then besides that, like I've talked to you, Mackenzie, too, like the mental shift has been really, really great lately. It's never perfect. Like I still have moments where I like yelled at my second born, but then I look at the whole and I'm like, wow, no, I've been doing so great. Like things have been kind of clicking into place into my life rather than just in my brain. And coming to fruition, Yeah.
Yes.
Which I can really tell too, because like this whole week, I was on my period and I could tell I was hormonal and we were all sick, like something terrible is going in our house. And like, so that was extra too. But like, I was like, this is a really good thing to look at because this would have been a really, really difficult week for me. And I would have really been in that victim mindset a lot, all the time. Like, I'm not getting enough sleep. These kids are waking me up all hours of the night. My husband's doing this. And like, I would have been like, just listing all the things and being in that victim mindset. And I could tell that like those thoughts were trying to come and I was able to shift them a lot more easily, which was awesome.
So. Amazing. Amazing, Steph. That's incredible.
Yeah, it's been good.
So proud of you and so happy for you.
Yeah, thank you.
So good. So good. Yeah. Perfect.
I'm excited for you. I'm looking at
What, Rachel?
I said I'm looking at up tickets right now.
Oh, perfect. Good.
Oh,
I'm excited.
Okay. Love you, Steph. Love you. Chelina, did you have anything you wanted to pop on with before we finish off here?
Not really, but I've super enjoyed like listening to everybody. I will say that like I feel like there's a lot of things being repeated to me lately, and I feel like some of them are repeated more today. So, and I feel like I've started to like try and do things. I've started to like try and put my car in drive lately.
Yay! So one of the things that Chelina and I have talked a lot about for those that are like, what, put your car in drive, is like, God can't do anything with a parked car. But if you will like back out of the driveway and start down the road, he can give you a stop sign, he can give you a green light, he can give you a yellow light, he can give you a U-turn, he can put on your blinker, right? Like there's so much that God can do with you if you're willing to move. But if you're just sitting there stuck, parked in your driveway, not a whole lot can happen. So that's huge, Chelina.
So I'm excited. I'm excited.
Yes.
I feel like, I don't know. I'm really excited. So that's all I got today.
Hey, all right, we're excited. I love it. Love it. Okay, well, this has been so good, ladies. Did you enjoy doing that, the dancer practice there in person? Was that helpful?
Yes.
I loved it so much.
Good.
Yeah.
Good, good, good. Okay. We'll keep doing them. All right. That's all
Take
I
your
got.
time.
Super proud of you. Love you all so much. Happy to have Heidi here. I know she popped off. I'm trying to think if there's any announcements. I think we're good. I think we're good. So, okay.
See ya.
Keep being awesome and being love and light and loving your life. You are the magnet. Bye. Thanks for